In this video, we will talk about how to scrape YouTube comments. Under every YouTube video is a goldmine, and almost nobody is using it. And these are the comments. People telling you in their own words exactly what they love, what they are confused about, and what almost stopped them maybe even from buying something. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 ways to pull those comments out from doing it by hand, all the way to letting AI do it for you. So let's get into it. First of all, why YouTube comments? So here's the thing most people miss. On YouTube, people watch the whole video before they comment. So what they write is considered. It is not a hot take, it's a real reaction after they've seen everything from the video. And 3 things show up again and again. The questions they ask are the exact objections stopping someone from buying. The stories they tell are use cases you would never have thought of yourself. And the language they use is a language that sells, right? And so at a scale YouTube runs at, with like over 100 million comments a day, the gold is already written. So we just have to get it out. And here we already come to the next point. How can we actually pull them by hand? So we could just open the video, scroll to the comments, and then sort, for example, by top or newest, and then copy the good ones, right? One at a time, which could take maybe some hours for some videos. And unlike Reddit, we don't have like a way to pull, for example, through like a JSON file or anything else, all these comments. So we have to do it manually. And every time we also have to scroll to load more comments. So we keep scrolling, we keep copying those comments. So that's fine for a handful if you just want to get maybe 10, 20 out of it. But it's useless if you want to scrape maybe hundreds or thousands of comments. And so the next level is code. If you can write Python, then you could, for example, use the YouTube Data API, and you could pull hundreds of comments per call. But of course, there's a cost. So first of all, you need a Google Cloud project to even start, and then you only get like 10,000 units a day before you hit the wall. And every batch of replies is also a separate call on top of that. So this is great if you're an engineer, if you're comfortable in the terminal, or if you just like to experiment. But as I said, it will definitely take you more time to get into it and to use all of that. So that's why there's a better solution. I would call it the easy way. And this is actually the way I use it, and there's no code involved. So you can just paste the video URL, and it pulls every comment plus the hidden replies as clean data. And then it ranks them also for you. And then you can use them even with Claude. You can analyze everything, and you don't need any API key. And setup maybe takes only 1 or 2 minutes, and you can do it even without being technical. So there are 3 ways depending on how you work. There's the web app, where you just add a YouTube video as a source. Then there's a CLI if you live in your own terminal. And there's also the MCP, where Claude can pull the comments itself and then also give you a summary, any research that you're doing. But I also want to be clear about something. So at the end, maybe the comments are not the point, right? Maybe you want to create ads. So the ad angles are the point here. Maybe you want to have like a giant dump of comments and have like a summary. Maybe you're doing other kind of market research. So at the end, you probably want to get as many comments as possible out of it, right? And so here I wanted to show you the difference, like pulling maybe 10 comments and the difference to pulling thousands of comments, how this could change your ad generation. So for example, the generic ad could sound something like this: the best wireless earbuds for your workout. And this could maybe come out even out of nothing, right? You could just come up with that. But then if you actually pull comments from real reviews, it could also sound like this: the earbuds that actually stay in when you run. No retucking every mile. And this will probably speak to so many more people who have exactly this pain. So let's just try it out. So what we can do is here, we can go to the Reddit comment scraper, and it automatically switched to YouTube. And so what we have to do here is just scrape comments, and we accept that it's allowed to use the page. But yeah, we just click scrape comments, and it's loading all the comments. And so now we have all the comments here. So what we could do is, if those 76 comments, we just go here to AI. We can go to ChatGPT or Claude. We can export it as JSON, as CV file into docs, or we can just copy everything. But yeah, let's just go to Claude, and a new chat appears here. And this is now thread analysis. We can just click here, and now it will give us a whole analysis over all the comments that we have scraped. And it will already give us an analysis. Okay, there are probably many spam comments. Let's see, maybe there are a few patterns. Some are faith-driven motivation. And yeah, so that's just one example. Now, if you go further and you are already in Claude, you're already like a user in Claude, what you can also do without that having to manually scrape with the extension, we can just go here to new chat. and then we make sure that the Adlicio MCP is installed. And then let's just copy this link. And then we go here to Claude and we say use Adlicio to scrape all comments from this YouTube video. And now we just press here always allow. And now it will find first the tools that the Adlicio MCP gives us. And now you can see it scraped all the 110 comments and gives us a complete rundown. It can also export them, can give us everything from it, not only the summary. And now we can work with it and add it to our workflow, whatever kind of research we are doing. Maybe you're already using Claude for it. And so, yeah, I really hope that video has helped you to understand how to scrape YouTube comments. And yeah, would be great if you could leave a comment also under this video and let me know how you liked it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, and so if this was useful, this channel is all about turning real customer language into ads that work. So please leave a comment, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.